Do you think social media is ruining people?
Yeah, it is.
I do believe if you are a easily influenced, weak-minded, immature person, then yeah.
I feel like it's only ruining weak people, easily influenced people.
And it's kind of weird to see our generation just become so entwined with social media that we can't do anything outside of our lives without being on social media.
Relationships on social media, right? You look at that, you be like, oh shit, that's goals. That's goals. You want to live your life like somebody on social media. Why you just can't live your life like you?
I think people forget, like, social media is not real. People get so caught up in that, thinking that's how life's supposed to be. You have no real perception of what the fuck you really need to be doing.
Like, people can't enjoy life. They can't travel. They can't be in the moment at parties or whatever. Everything has to go on social media.
So, yeah, it's kind of ruining people, man, because a lot of people really just think this shit is face value when it's really not.
All right. Welcome to the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour. We have a very spicy topic for you today, something that needs to be addressed and talked about. Social media, dismantling of social media, which I call the devil's playground. You know, this is something that is ruining relationships. It's also ruining friendships. It's defamation of character, also causing people to unalive themselves. It's a dangerous ground to be on. So let's talk about it. And before we get started, we're going to go ahead and bring in our host, Dwight Robinson.
Hey, everybody, what's up? Hey, I got a lot to say about that too. Oh, before we continue, Spicy, remember Friday when we had the show about Valentine's? I just want to say, my boy said, I said we're going to mention his name. He said it was all gravy. Oh, it was gravy.
Okay, cool. Cool. And also, we're going to go ahead and bring in our assistant host, Miss Denise.
Hello. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody had a wonderful Valentine's Day. Bahamba. I don't care about it. But I hope everybody had a nice one anyway. And hello, everybody out there.
Okay. And also our motivational speaker, Miss Nura.
Good evening, everyone. How you doing? Let's talk about
thank y'all for coming in. King D will be joining us later. He's traveling right now, so he's gonna pop in later on. We all want to send prayers out to and a safety for Mr. Britton. He was going to attend. They have, and I think it's a hurricane and tornado that caused their power to go out. So everyone keep him uplifted in prayer for his safety. So he will not be in tonight, but we have everybody else here so that we can go ahead and get on with the discussion. Now, I'm gonna ask first, because we all have our own reason why we came to social media and why we use it. Starting with Dwight, could you tell us what was your reason for coming to social media and what inspired you to start posting on it?
You know what? I never thought about even coming on social media. To be honest with you, Spicy, it was my older sister that got me to get on social media because I'm like, what, Facebook? And she said, yeah, you can find people, you can do this and this and this. So she the one that got me to get on there. But social media, I don't put my business out there such as family or going to my personal life. I use it just for when I was doing poetry. I wrote poetry and put it out there, and for my experience on the martial arts, working now, trying to live right, eat healthy, even dance videos with me and my son, even my brother put out from time to time. So it's just a fun thing. But when it comes to my personal life, I'm not gonna put my personal life where I go, or if I'm seeing anybody, if I'm mad with this, that's nobody's business. But can it be bad to a certain point? Yeah, because you do got people out there that will put you out there and say about your stuff that ain't true, and that can definitely mess you up. Yeah. So
exactly. And I agree with you as well, because, like I said, I called it the devil's playground after seeing everything is. But Denise, what inspired you or encouraged you to have a Facebook page, TikTok, Twitter, whatever, for you to start posting on there?
Well, I go a little further back, and I'm about to tell my age. I go all the way back to Black Planet before Facebook.
Oh my.
I mean, it started off like a long, 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 long time ago. And, was the Black Planet was more of a friendship dating site back in the day. And I don't know if it still exists today, but I'm pretty sure it does. And then it's not Facebook. What is it? What's the other one called back in the day?
MySpace.
MySpace. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
MySpace. Yeah, and I liked the MySpace because they had a lot of music on there. It was nice. It was really really nice. It was a social page just like Facebook because Facebook and MySpace are they're the same. And so I started with that because it was fun. I like to, see what's out there, and it was giving like current events and things like that, and I like that kind of stuff. So that's how I got started.
Yes, yes. I mean, she brought back memories I forgot about. I never had MySpace or Black Planet or none of that. I didn't. My first social media was Facebook. So,
Someone said it was messy.
I didn't know about that because I wasn't involved. I didn't have a business then.
Black Planet was something else.
Thanks.
Yes. And Nur, what encouraged you to come form yourself upon social media?
Well, I don't know if you would consider classmates social media, but that was my first experience with public socializing digitally, I guess you would say. I didn't have Black Planet or MySpace or any of those things. And initially, I joined Facebook to keep in touch with alumni from high school, university, and family because I've been here in San Antonio for almost 30 years.
Mm.
And it was just me and my kids. So I didn't have a social life. I didn't have people that I loved connected to in this city. Everybody's always been long distance. So Facebook was my way of keeping in touch with the people that I loved and loved me.
Yes, and see, that was my perception at first. When I heard about social media, because at first I didn't have no social media. I was involved in sports. I got into motherhood, and then trying to deal with things and trying to get myself together. Because I had freed myself from escape from domestic violence. So getting into my book and everything, I didn't know anything on how to operate social media. And when I did come to it, I thought that's what the mere purpose, what it was for, was, business and, to, gain revenue, but also, to keep in contact with loved ones and friends that when you move, you can still have that connection with one another, So, thinking about what these guys had said on this video, what is your, opinion about what they said on there, Dwight?
I think they some of the video that we saw, they are right. A lot of people, especially if you're a weak-minded person, because you have some people on social media just be starting stuff and rumors, and they make social media their life. Let's be honest, you got people that's on social media more than they watch TV, looking at movies, and they got so much stuff going on, fantasy on social media. Or they see somebody's life on social media, they're like, wow, I would like to live like that. But that's just, some of that stuff is just fake just to get views. And people actually believe that stuff is real and everything. You can get so deep involved in it that that's your reality, that's your world. And it's just not. It's just people out here just doing skits and plays, whatever the case may be. But people get lost in this stuff. That's their whole life. They lose reality. That's all they do. Most people spend 99.9% of their life always on social media. That's all they do. And it's crazy. And you can get lost in it. So it could be a sickness. It could be a disease, actually. Just saying.
Exactly. And I have to agree with you because I dated somebody on social media one time. And the way he was about TikTok, it was mind blowing. And it's like, to me was disgusting because it's like it's more to life than that, you
Mhm.
know.
Mhm.
And my thing was this supposed to be entertainment, you know.
Right.
People take it as far, you know, than entertainment purposes or a place to, relieve your emotions. So, Denise, what was your opinion or your feeling when you saw the videos of the guys and what they spoke on social media?
So that I believe they're speaking facts, 100% facts. It's not for the faint of heart. I mean, if you're weak-minded and sensitive and stuff like that, social media is not for you, depending on the subject matter that you're. Who was that?
Somebody jump in the pool.
It's very dangerous. It can be very dangerous because you got a lot of cyber bullies and stuff like that on here. So if you're weak and you can't handle what people say, this is not for you. This is just simply not for you. And then you can't believe everything that comes out of these people's mouth on this thing because social media that's all it is.
Exactly. And I agree with you, because a lot of people, it's just like they used to tell us long back in the day, you can't believe everything on TV. You can't believe everything in the newspaper, but people actually believe things that's been put on social media, which is like, okay, is there something missing up there mentally? Because it's like even if a person says, well, this person did this and this is what they like, people believe it. They feed into the negativity before they actually say, you know what? Because personally, I'm not going to look at who you talking about. I'm going to look at how you representing yourself because my thing is, if you quick to put that person out there like that and say those things, I can imagine what you'll do to me.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, no, I don't believe everything on there. I hear, but I don't hear, and I'm not going to get involved in it. That's just the bottom line. Now, Nura, what was your feeling and your opinions, or thoughts when you saw the videos of the guys and what they spoke of?
They have some truth to what they're saying. We all have our opinions. I believe social media is a good tool if you use it wisely. It's just like anything, because some people went from using gadgets to gaming, and now it's social media. It's all, to me, it's a fad that got out of control. If you use it too much, like anything you use too much, it's gonna be bad. But I believe social media has its good points. You just have to be wise about how you use it.
Yes, and I agree with that. I like the way you put that. It's supposed to be tools to help and to grow and to strengthen. But people I'm gonna say it like this: they have abused social media, and they abuse it in their own advantage to destroy people and to destroy their businesses and destroy, who a person is. And you have to be careful because I've seen too many cases where people put things on social media and you are setting people up to be physically harmed or unalive.
Assassinate people.
So my thing is, not only that person that done the action should be convicted, but also the person that put it out there.
Yep.
Because you had no business bringing that to social media because that's just not what it's supposed to be for.
Yeah.
So, because now you look at, a while back, I don't know how many years it's been, TikTok, from what I was told, was actually for the kids. Okay. Now it converted into where it's another devil's playground. Yeah. You got the adults on there that's setting the wrong example for these children.
Right.
And, you got the kids out there reacting. And to me, as an adult, when you lay the foundation, you're supposed to be laying the foundation in order to give them the skills and the tools, as Nora said, in order for them to grow and to know how to stand in this world, but also in representation. Because, as myself, I have a business. The only difference between my business is nonprofit. I don't look to gain money from nobody. Now, they do give supply donations in order to support the material that we do.
Mm-hmm.
But you have people that's out there making money. Some people, they're making a living off of it.
Yeah.
And then, people is like, well, if you look at the numbers, the way social media is set up, when you compare some platform that's of good nutrition to the ones that's got confrontation, got dramas, and all this stuff that's not true. You seeing I'm gonna say it's probably 95% of the world that's going for more of the toxic than they're going for the ones that's helping them. And it's sad because why, if you try in life and you got toxicity already in your life, or you had going through things, why would you want to add more to that by feeding or being fed the negativity that's on social media?
Crazy. People, they,
It's not. I have to say, it's not all bad. It's definitely not all bad because social media has helped a lot of people. That I've been on TikTok. TikTok is one of my favorite ones besides the other ones and stuff. But TikTok is mostly my favorite one. I watch kidnappings and missing people, bad businesses get resolved because of the due diligence of the site that the police officers and investigators and judges didn't do. TikTok was one of the main ones that did. Because as you know, the government and other stuff do not like any information put out there negative about them. So when they find out that everybody knows, then that's when they want to do something about certain things. So I'm not gonna say it's all bad. It has its good points and it also has its bad points. The bad part, like you said, Spicy and Nora and everybody, that people tend to want to assassinate people's personal selves and personalities and stuff like that, lying, being deceitful. As we know, some really awful things can come out of social media because we did shows on them, about people getting found on social media and being unalive as well. But it's not all bad. It's not all bad, but you just got to be careful with it.
Yeah, and the thing is that I'm not saying it's all bad. That's why I said 95% is toxic, but 5% you find good nutrition. Because, like I said, being on TikTok, I fell into depression myself when I was removed from my job.
Right.
And my thing is going to TikTok, it was a plus, but it was also a minus. So we're not going to make it seem like it's a big good thing. We're not trying to turn nobody from social media. What we're saying is that it has become the devil's playground to where majority of it is consumed in negativity and destroying people's lives and relationships.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Well, for me, I'm a senior citizen now.
Whatever.
I look back at my childhood and how I was raised and how the community was such an influence in my life. That is how I got my identity, And so I think about how we used to do double dutch and we played football and we did those patty cake hand things and all the stuff we did outdoors. Social media for me is a reflection of the world we're living in today. And so a lot of these children, this is where their identity is. And if they're not supervised correctly or limited to some extent on the communications they have on here, it can go bad. And so, a lot of times we say, oh, it's bad and it has all the, they assassinate people's character. This is the stuff that goes on in the world. And so this is what we're going to see. And it's shining a light on it because now we have cameras everywhere. We didn't have the privilege of knowing everything that went on in the world before.
Right.
So there are people learning about things that's going on that they never realized before. And that's why it looks so bad.
Yeah.
Because when we talk about the informative is different because, like I said, with social media, it has been its good points. Like I said, the informative, helping people to find people that's missing, also, with businesses. And see, this is what we're speaking about is businesses to people that have, especially, sole proprietorships. And when people use things, we got to learn how to place ourselves and remove ourselves. Now, I'm the type of person, if I see that negativity, I'm going to move myself. You can say I'm funny acting, you can say whatever. But you have to look at with social media, what we're dealing with today. Because even on TikTok, you have people that has mental disabilities.
Oh yeah.
It's helping them, but then you have people that come in there that's trying to hurt them.
Oh yeah.
So we can't outweigh this. My thing is when it's out in the world is one thing, but when it's on social media, people have resulted to social media because it's more impactful than what it is being out there outside the world. Because really, whether it's outside on the world, a lot of people miss it. They don't hear it. Oh, I never heard about that. But social media is actually exploiting everything to where everybody's seeing it. Because if it wasn't on social media and it was just word of mouth here in San Antonio, it wouldn't be in Africa. It wouldn't be in Germany. It wouldn't be in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
But when you jump on social media, it's all over.
All over. And it don't disappear.
Yes.
Yeah, the light is on everything. Shine a light on it. That's how that song goes. Shine a light on it.
This is what they call it. I've been listening a lot. And this is the season. Oh, look at that. With that being said, we're going to be back in two.
Social media, Instagram is toxic as fuck. And because I've been thinking this, but it seems like stuff is just getting worse. Because people aren't like this in real life. The attitude and what we see on the internet, on Instagram and stuff like that, it's not real life. People aren't acting like that. People aren't being evil and trying to, just be negative all the time. That's not something that I see in everyday life. It's not. But Instagram, I hate Instagram so fucking much. Because bad enough, I can't control what I'm seeing. Because that's how the algorithm is. So I can't even just see the post that I just want to see. So I'm just seeing all these ads and different stuff. And people showing me people that I don't even follow. And people are just they just posting the most disturbing things in the world. I'm just like, what is this? What is this? And that's what it is. It's like it's got everybody's mind warped and it's evil. Social media is toxic. It's evil as hell. And we really need to just stay off of it. We need to get outside and interact with one another, have some barbecues, have a kickback. People don't have barbecues no more. People don't have kickbacks anymore. Like, I remember growing up and, everybody pretty much will have a kickback. Somebody will be doing something, especially for the summertime. During the summertime, people was doing shit, having barbecues, throwing birthday parties and stuff like that. And people don't even do that, We gotten so used to not having to deal with other people and just completely just have separated ourselves from one another, which is not healthy. It's not healthy it's just not healthy. And it's not healthy for your health or anything like that. It could cause a lot of stress. So people just need to start doing shit. I know everybody complain about inflation. I know, because I understand it. But we got to do something. I don't know. Because people have really lost their minds on social media. And it's just very evil, mean-spirited, and it's not how people really act in real life.
All right, all right. Make sure y'all tune in next Friday as the Grown Men Talking Incorporate be back with their segment on a man's hidden living fears, where they talk about as they age, what is they fearing the most in their life. Also, next Saturday, the Grown Women of Views and Vibes will return as we will talk about disrespectful line in the generational lane. When you're raising teens and they're acting like they raising you. So make sure y'all tune in live. Also, do not forget we got the Powerful Poet contest going on. There's a categories for the adults and the children. If you're a poet and you know it, or you know someone that's a poet, send them on over to my inbox on Facebook, and also to Dwight Robinson, and we'll get your videos over to the judges. You never know, you might be 2025's Powerful Poet of the Year. And as y'all can see, we did get the 2 trophies in of the Powerful Poet. We had the Adult Powerful Poet right here. This is the trophy for the Adult Powerful Poet for 2025. And we also had the Children's category, the Junior Powerful Poet trophies right here. So make sure that y'all get those in. You know, some children, send them on over. You know, you never know.
Yeah. Real. Why so quiet? Come on, say something.
She ready, let it out. Now, Tanise, we're gonna go to Tanise first. In that video there that you seen, what was your opinion? What was going through your mind when she was speaking? Because, I mean, to me, she was speaking a lot of facts.
Well, she's speaking about herself. For not to be mean or anything like that, because we're on social media. I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but you can't control your algorithm. You can't go into your settings. You can set the setting where you don't have to see certain things. You don't have to see certain commercials and stuff like that. They have it in the setting, and if you're not wanting to do your due diligence and go in there and fix your settings, you will not see vulgar, nudity, certain things you don't want to see. You can block those type of things from popping up on your algorithm.
They still show up.
They'll show up less. They don't show up like aggressively, because I did it, and guess what?
That's what she's speaking of. Whether you set those settings or not, because I've done it. You still can't control that.
Settings used to work, but now
it used to work, but they still show whether it's less or not. It still shows those type of videos. So my thing is, the way she says you can't control that part. But the one that you can't control, you're gonna have to mindset and control things. Like you said before, either stay off the social media if you cannot handle certain things. And you're not used to face up against that. That's ways to control that.
But I was trying to tell y'all something. Look, just recently, like if your phone or your computer or something gets reset, they've been doing stuff for the last few weeks. So what I'm saying to you is I have to go back into my programs again, because whatever they did, they reset everything, and they turned off a lot of things. So everything's popping up and anything can pop up. I had to literally go back and reset my settings again to fix it where that stuff don't just pop up like it does. I'm just saying. And now, if it pops on out after that, there's something going on. But I'm just telling you, you can calm that stuff down. You don't have to have all that other stuff. But now, controlling people, that's a whole different thing. People are going to be people. That's just facts.
Well, you can report some posts. Like if somebody comment or post under you and it's offensive, you can report it to Facebook.
What y'all speaking on could be facts to a certain extent. And the reason why I'm disagreeing, because I've done it. And several other people done it. And what you're not realizing, just like you said, you have to go back and do it. So you do not have control. There's somebody else. That's why you got to be careful what you put on social media. You don't have control. My thing is that they like TikTok, I've seen it done. Facebook with Meta, because I'm verified. They've done it. If they want to go on your settings and change it, they will do it. If they want to block you or to report you, they'll do it. Reporting things sometimes help. But it's up to them, because there's things that even of racism that's been reported. They feel like they will still say it has not been taken down because it doesn't go against community
Right.
guidelines.
I
So
see
my
that.
thing is the way to control that. If you're not strong enough to deal with stuff like that, then you don't belong on social media.
Push the
You're gonna
power
have to
button.
remove yourself because what's the point of keep going back, keep going back? You're not controlling it. They're controlling it because
Yeah,
at any time they can go in there and change it.
they can go in there and change just like they did with TikTok. People are
Mm-hmm.
saying they're saying that they don't have the same algorithm anymore. It's changed, and it did. It most definitely did. And what they did was, I don't want to put it all out there, but y'all need to go in
They
there.
letting you know that they're controlling it.
Yeah, but it's a reason why it's being controlled, and I can tell you better. I can tell you, but it's up to y'all to go out there and fix it. Because there's certain things with TikTok alone, just TikTok alone. Let's put it this way: do not have other sites connected to it. Let me just put it like that. Block all other sites, and your TikTok will go back to being normal. I'm telling you, block all other sites.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I had to go in there and block all other sites. And yes, I did. I had to do it. I had to go in there and fix my setting, and it started going back to where it was. Mm-hmm.
Well, give it a little bit. I bet they
Agree
take
to
it back.
disagree.
Because no matter what, you got to look at what we're dealing with within the government. You got to look at what we're dealing with electronically. You got to look at what we're dealing with. No matter what we try to do, if they want to go on your computer, that's why they say be careful what you do. Even on news sites, when you have a camera, on your phone, you have to be careful. You cannot control that.
Now, Spicy, what you just said, Spicy, I agree because see, it's like what Teresa said. You can do all that. That's not going to change a damn thing, and this is the reason why. Just like you said, people, these devices that we own, people like the one we own now, talking, they looking at you. Yeah, y'all think they're not looking at you? Look, the woman that was sitting there saying she sees stuff. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. These people, your smart TVs, your phone, while you talking,
baby monitors.
Thank you. They hear what you say. So what you say is what they basically put on these TikToks, Instagram, Facebook, and you have all that stuff coming up on your TikTok. They did it to me. I said that about fitness, martial arts. Guess what? I get a lot of stuff about martial arts, fitness, and this and that, and I'm like, wow, I'm getting a lot of that stuff. Now they do have what you want to see. They do have where you can put down. You hit a button that says you want to see less, so they have it where you can see more of that. But the thing is, when you talk on your devices, your phones, your smart TVs, they are listening, and then they go by what you're talking about, and they'll pop that on your Facebook, your TikTok, your Instagram. They do that.
And the TV commercials.
Exactly.
And the TV commercials. Yeah, I got that done to me with me and one of my best friends. We were talking about home store or something like that. The home store, you buy furniture and all kind of decorations and things. And we were talking about that, and Amazon and something else, but it all had to do with buying stuff for to build with and decorate with. And next thing we know, we were scrolling through. She said, "Teresa, do you know that this, that, and the other?" I said, "Yeah." It started popping up, home store, popping up, Amazon this and Amazon decoration furnitures and all kind of stuff started popping up. I said, they're listening.
Yeah. And they watch it on social media because, how do you think people like the, Social Security, food stamp office, government-wise, finding out certain things, they watch you. Just like a lady said that she thought somebody reported it, that, she had a BMW truck.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if and my thing is, I looked at it, I said, baby, you advertising things on here. You think they're going to see, then you making money off of TikTok, and you're making money to where they seeing, you can afford to pay.
And Spicy, you're right. Now, Spicy.
See, what they want her to do, they want her to sell the truck. They said in order for her to get food stamps, she's going to have to sell that truck.
And and she better sell that truck. Then.
It's like you got to be careful on this internet stuff, anything electronical, because even like, when my son got out the hospital, I had baby monitors so I could watch him, and I could hear another voice through there.
Very well.
So I would never talk to him through there, but I kept my eye on it. But then when he had friends come over, I cut the monitor off because my thing is, you don't know what's going on with this technology nowadays to where they putting chips and stuff, even TVs now.
Yeah,
and they watch
have cameras on them. TVs have cameras on it, if you like it or not. They have cameras on it and microphones, and they're listening to your conversation, and they're watching everything you're doing.
Yes, yes. So, Nur, what went through your mind when you saw those guys talking?
When I saw those guys talking, what guys?
The last commercial we just sang.
Yeah.
Oh, well, like I said, it's pros and cons to it,
Yeah, it actually was
and
a woman. I'm sorry, it's a woman that
It's
was
that
speaking.
woman that I was
It
gonna say.
was
It's
a
a lady.
woman.
I my first opinion about it is she was kind of negative.
Yeah.
Very negative.
Um, to me, when there's something going on that you don't like, you excuse yourself from it. So
Scroll.
if I have something going
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram, whatever, I find something else to do. I have other hobbies.
Yeah.
So if you don't like it, change something.
hmm What is
That's
it?
right.
I agree.
Swipe. Swipe.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, because see,
Well,
that's what I do. Something like you pick and choose. Cause like these live videos at nighttime when I'm dating, and I just want something to put me in a certain vibe or to chill. Live videos that they have on TikTok. Some of them are DJs they have in there. Then they have some with discussions. Then we had one with the
mm-hmm.
poetry section. A lot of
Yep.
poets was in there, really nice.
That's good
But
stuff.
that's
Exactly.
good stuff.
Real good
But then
stuff.
when I see one where they arguing and cussing each other out or they talking negative, I don't enter. That's
Right.
my choice.
Right.
Because my thing is anything that you listen or get entwined with, you involved in, you feeding your mind and your emotions. And
Mhm.
that's
Yep.
toxic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why would you want to ease your mind and relax it with something soothing, something of nutrition?
Yeah.
So my thing is that, like there's pros and cons to social media. We're not saying to total disconnect. We're saying that, there actually need help out there for people
Yeah.
Yep.
because there's people that can't deal with it because like I don't know how many times I didn't went across and seen where people's being bullied and
Yeah.
they even had a family member say something about them that wasn't true
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and
Happened to me.
she committed suicide. She committed
Damn.
suicide. She couldn't deal with the pressures. And
Yeah.
see, that's my thing, and I look back and I say, I dealt with social media ever since 2013.
Mhm.
And when I decided to become, an advocate for domestic violence and motivational speaking, I think it was Denise or Dwight that always would say, is that, sometimes your family ain't your blood, is somebody that's not your blood, you
That's right.
know, and it's true because your family could be the biggest enemy when you try to set yourself
Mm-hmm.
in a stand of positivity. Now, as people know, when we go out, we're going out as in an aspect to help victims of abuse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're not making money. We're not sitting up here selling. We're not
Mhm.
scamming. What
Nope.
Mhm.
we're doing is bringing in donations and things in to help the victim, the
Yep.
knowledge that they need to know, awareness. So,
Mm.
my thing is that you have to be careful what information that you look into. Don't be quick to feed into what people do. Because I mean, everybody's trying to have a past podcast. They feel like, oh, I'm gonna do a podcast tonight. That it's gonna be effective to validate what they do and what they stand and downgrade that person.
Right.
Yeah.
We got people with businesses, and this is why I agreed to do this because I was talking to somebody about it. Because as Denise and Dwight are my go-tos when I go through certain things, and I can say Denise is my water, and some people might be surprised at that, but when I am stressed by something, she is actually my water. And as her and Dwight know, I took in my niece, and I had her when she was younger, to where she had a whole closet to herself, toys and everything. She was part of my household, and then she was pulled away. Then recently, I had to go through we went through agencies to so that she can come over to my lane again, and turn around because I'm not gonna get into details of everything with the mother, but when it came down to it, I brought her here so that I could help her and to help her get the tools and the skills that she needed in life. Now, with me, I have rules and restrictions and consequences that you have to pay for your actions.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
hmm
any child would not like that, period.
No.
So, the only thing that went wrong, and like people know, I don't care for CPS. I really don't. I have my
Me
paperwork.
either.
Me.
Still on that.
I
I
have
think
my paperwork.
anyone
I have
could.
actually in my file cabinet a whole folder on my niece. On each one of my kids, I have a folder. I keep a folder. I had went through a lot to get her in school. meaning that I had to transfer her from Roosevelt to get her over MacArthur. MacArthur's a very good school. She'll tell you
Yeah,
it's not.
it is.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, very close entwined. But the fault of CPS was when they put the clause in there that the mother could come get her at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna say something. I don't care what nobody thinks, because I'm gonna tell you straight up. Tanisa's been to my home, Dwight's been to my home, and they know what kind of home I have.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is that, I used to live in Avastar apartment. If you look up in Google, and you'll see the reviews and ratings, they say infestation of roaches and rats.
Mm.
And that's what we had to deal with. Not realizing that they was hiding in my furniture, they was hiding my pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So when I moved, they came here. I was cleaning, using all kinds of pesticides. And my thing is that I'm gonna be honest, my dad and my sisters never been in my home. Never.
Mm.
And that's on everything I love. Okay. Yes, at that time I was battling with roaches. We was tired of them. But we didn't know that the type of roaches they were. There was German roaches, which is the worst ones to have.
Yeah, they're
Super
very
roaches.
Yes. So
Yeah,
I had to go
awesome.
through measures to where the realtor had pesticide guy come out. I thank God for him. I really do. And when he came out, he said, "Look, Miss Gray, I'm gonna tell you something." He said, as soon as he came to my door, he just like, "I smell the roaches, and you got an
Damn.
infestation." And I say, "I need help, please. I can't stand it." So what he did was, he said, "I'm gonna tell you." He said, "Because people try to get your money." He said, "Now I can charge your realtor because that's what I'm to do." He said, "But when it come down to it, I have to let you know the truth because this is who I am." He was a Christian man,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, "I must refer you to Amazon to this stuff." When these companies say that, "Oh, you can't buy the stuff that we use and especially made," he said they lying.
Mm-hmm. They
So
are.
when he told me what to get, we spent that night mopping, sweeping, everything. Did everything he instructed, emptying cabinets, everything. It was a headache. Once we use this stuff, and anybody want to know what it is, just inbox me now. I'll send you the link. But because it kills everything. But
Mm-hmm.
when we sprayed that day, we woke up that morning with the floor covered with roaches to where we couldn't see the floor. So it did work.
Mm.
Since then, we haven't had them. Okay. When I say family is the most toxic thing, taking pictures when the wind is blowing and it blows trash across the yard. You take pictures and send to your friends for what? This is what I'm talking about on social media.
You know why?
Yeah,
Okay.
pictures that because they want to get a little snapshot. And people, you got to understand, everything you see on, you just might as well take everything that you see on the internet is fake until you find the facts.
Exactly. And that was my part. Because like I said, Denise and Keisha and Dwight has personally, physically been to my home.
Mm-hmm.
And they know what type of person I am. They know my family. Okay. People that don't know me is going to believe whatever is to believe.
Yes.
Because they do not know me. That's why I
Mhm.
tell people, Google me, baby. Okay. My thing is that, when she went back home, I'm thinking it's quiet, nothing to be heard. Turn around, we get a phone call that she's been threatened with a hammer.
Oh, wow.
So I'm trying to hurry up, get my kids ready so we can go get her. This is where I feel like I was set up at.
Mm.
I'm calling my niece, talking to me on the phone. And I'm telling her, I says, "Where are she?" "I'm going to stay with a friend for about 2 days, and then I'm gonna let you know." And I said, "Okay, because I'm coming to get you." I did not know she was going over because she wasn't on the street. Let's get this right. They try to make it like she was homeless or thrown on the street. She wasn't on the street. Her stepdad picked her up and took her to her mother's enemy.
What?
Yeah.
Yes. So I found out she was there. I'm trying to get her here with me.
Mm.
Turn around. When it came down to it, this woman, all I told her to do, I said, "Look, okay." She said, "Well, she wants to stay here because the day in church, school district is, where she want to be at." I said, okay, educational wise, because she has been hopped around, I'm okay with that, as long as she's safe. I said, if she need anything, now get this clear. If she needs anything, or my thing is, but then you telling me she don't need, but you get on social media, making it seem like to people and putting up your cash app, like this child was thrown out on the street and no family, because there's family members that have reached out to try to get her, to help her. But you get on there and make it seem like ain't no family member here for her and not trying to help her. Now, the only thing that I don't go for is disrespect.
Right.
Yes, she's safe. She's safe. But the home that she's in is not the right structure for her. You don't let a child do what they want to do. You don't let a child, even though if the mother is wrong, you don't sit there and allow the child to tell the mother to shut the F up.
No.
Wow.
So disrespectful.
Then you turn around and turning this child against their family.
Yeah.
To where there's no connection.
Isn't that kind of
like social media and on the peer, and this is where the fakeness comes. And I say, it's not just my situation, but other situations as well. Because as people follow me, they've seen my family have tried to put me on here like I'm this bad person, but it didn't work because what God molds, you can't destroy. Bottom line.
But
wouldn't
that be called like a mental child abuse or something like that?
You would think it would. You would think it would, because she's even got her friends, this lady, and she put my name out there, so I really don't care. Sue me, whatever do we want to do, okay? But this lady here, Jennifer, she got her friends, getting them involved. They got my niece. She got behind my niece, which the one thing my niece always would say, family shouldn't put things on social media. This is how I know this woman got her mind.
Yeah.
She would always say, it's not right to put your family on social media. You shouldn't do that. It's nobody's business. You look crazy. But here I'm seeing and getting people sending me receipts on social media that this lady got my niece on there, putting the copies of the text message between her and her mother, putting recordings of her. Okay, there's the law. There's other agencies, but social media ain't going to help you.
Nope.
They can't do nothing for you.
It's almost kind of embarrassed that I think it's more of a hidden agenda for that woman to.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. Because you got to look at, they tried to ruin her mother's business. Okay. Right. The abuse is separate from the business. You understand?
Yeah.
When it comes down, whether you're going to talk about saving a child or you're going to talk about somebody's business. Okay.
Which one is it?
But exactly. But to get on there and try to, if you about that child, for one, I don't believe in getting child involved in grown people's business.
Nope.
When the grown-up is supposed to handle the thing, the grown-up is supposed to handle it.
Right.
You don't get with my parents and manipulate them out to the mall.
Wow.
And in order to get your way with my niece. You sit up here because they had custody so that she can get power of attorney to do what she want with my niece. Now, people ask, where's the aunt at? I'm right here. I've been here. I told my niece, my door is always open. But when she's over there and she's getting her way and she doesn't have that structure, where do you think she's going to prefer to be at?
Well, the teenager's going to want to be where it's all easy breezy, where they can do whatever the hell they want when it's not. But if that woman that's taking care of your niece, well, I use taking care of her lightly, she would have strong structure. She wouldn't be able to just go whatever she want to go, do whatever she want to do. She would be on a structure just like any other teenage child should be. Not
exactly. But you don't sit there and like, I don't care if I'm responsible for a child and I'm raising them and I got custody. No way. I don't care what's going on. You're not going to disrespect your mother.
Nope. Ain't no way.
Because you're going to read what you sow. And I tell my kids this all the time. You read what you sow. Be careful what you do. Because no matter what you say, because this is what irks me. People, they only use God when it's to their benefit.
Yep.
All of a sudden they want prayer because it's their benefit. Now, my thing is the hidden agenda. When you say hidden agenda, I'm going to say this. The hidden agenda is the fact that she says that this person was a scammer. She's scamming and doing taxes. Okay, you worked with her. So what does that make you?
Right.
Accomplice. Accomplice.
But all of a sudden, y'all want. So she trying to get people to come into her for her text to get money. But see, my thing is, like I said, you Google me, everything pull up about me. You talk to people that know me, because the people that know me is not my family. Because as Denise will tell you, and Dwight will tell you, when it comes down to family, if you toxic, I move, I eliminate myself.
Period.
Yep.
I pull away. I love you, but I love you from a distance because I ain't got time for it. I'm 54 years old. I ain't got time for mess. And the ones that sit up and come on social media. Oh, I want this peace, and I'm not about drama, and I moved away because I don't want drama. But as soon as you comment on a post, you part of that drama.
Yep. This was social media.
When you open your mouth, you part of that drama.
Yep. But the people have to understand, this is social media. People are only going to put drama on it to either get likes, which I think that's part of the reason too.
Yeah, because they're getting paid for those likes now.
Huh?
They're getting paid for those likes now. That's why.
Oh yeah, they get paid for those likes, and if they can get anything that can go viral, they don't put as much information out there. But here's the funny part, people: they don't have these people never put out the side that they did.
Bless you for that. Because my thing is, when you speak on my name, make sure that nothing is behind yours. Because that's what another thing with social media. A lot of these people that get on here and talk negative about other people is because they the main ones that got something in their closet.
Yep.
Because the one person, Jennifer, okay, got a record. I didn't see the picture. You got a record from assault.
Wow.
There's videos of domestic violence in your home where he tore up the furniture, and you think I'm okay with my niece being there in that environment?
Wow.
And then you got a Carolina Vega. She sit up here. You messing with a married man. Ooh. And then turn around, things will go your way. So you run. Oh, you take a car and hit him and his wife. But y'all got your mouth on me.
Glass houses.
Now I don't tell people, when you get on here and you call yourself trying to defame my name, we're gonna tell the truth. Because one thing I'm not gonna do is
lie. Well,
up here, I have to help me through a lot of things. Because I do not respond to things on social media. It doesn't mean that is true. I'm just the type of person, I'm not going to entertain you. Say what you want to say on social media about me. Only because I don't respond, don't mean it's true. I don't respond because I believe in my Father. I believe you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
And that's why that one person is right now. I don't glorify in it, but that's why they reap it. Because in the past, they put my name on social media and lied on my name. They hacked into my account, putting things to where people had to come at them and they calling me at work.
Wow.
So you things are not going right in your life. Don't question. Well, I don't know what's wrong. Why this stuff is happening to me? Go back in your path and look what you've done to people.
Yeah.
No matter how you apologize, you still gonna have to suffer the consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all get on here, don't get on here hollering that I was raped, I was molested, I was this and that. Baby, that's not social media's business, and they can't do nothing to help you.
Nope.
They got authorities, they got the hospitals, they got agencies that help you.
Yeah. People think they come up here and put all their business up on this website. All their little glory business out here for people just to pass it around and talk about you with this personal information. Now, if this was a situation like I've seen many of them where it's involving getting someone arrested or taking care of something where you can get it solved, then I can go for that. But just literally get on the site, talk about, well, my husband, he sat up there and he did this and he did that and I'm sick of it. And you just out there just telling your business.
Yeah, and see, that's why I don't. And I've always been that type of person. I don't like people in my business. And because I don't speak on my business, you got family members that try to assume that's my business when it's not.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know who I've been with. You don't know who I slept with. And who you talking about is a lie. Because I don't put it. Even my relationship with anybody, man, I don't. When have y'all seen it on social media?
No.
Okay. So my thing is that, this lady, to use a child, and this is what makes me mad. You're using a child and don't get me wrong, my niece she's a sweetheart. She's a very giving person. This is why I know this woman is putting a lot of toxicity into my niece. Because things that she's doing, she wouldn't have did.
She's in her head.
Yes. And the way she reacted, I've never seen her react like this. But when you got a child in the wrong environment, this is what happens. No example should have been set for her to go on social media to do that.
Nope. I've always even in the past, I've always been
Today, you cannot erase that. This is our blood. This is our blood. So what we're going to do right now, we'll come back because we're going to talk about how this has affected children on social media and how it also affected businesses as well as people tried to come out and get their promotion going.
Ooh, pray.
Okay, give us just a minute. What's going on?
When you open your relationship to social media, you open it up to the devil. That's all social media is the devil. How many times do you see social media say something positively about a couple? Not too often. If LeBron James do something and he help his wife and his wife elevate, they try to find the smallest thing to bring up in the relationship, all the good things.
Right.
So when you open your life up, your relationship to Instagram, to social media, you letting the devil interfere. See, when old school relationship lasts longer because we didn't have social media to affect it. We didn't have the enemy. When you open your mindset to the devil, then he able to enter you. We gotta get back to that real love. Close that gap.
Right, because when you show that you're happy on the internet with your significant
They
other,
trying to find a way to enter that to destroy that.
These buttons are getting on my nerve.
It's all right.
Yeah. And I'm gonna get your opinion on that video, but to close it out, I did have to express that, I don't like my business on Facebook. It's nobody's business. It's nobody's, they cannot solve no problem for me. But if you want to know the true character of me, then get to know me for myself. Because these people here, they know me. And they know what you put. Just like I tell a person, you could put a drawing on a wall. If that oil do not stick and it keep running off, that's because it doesn't fit. It's not the right adhesive.
That's right.
So when y'all speak of me, baby, that oil ain't sticking. I ain't got to sit up here and justify nothing. Like somebody went in my inbox, because for years my family member been doing this. They resort to Facebook, telling lies on me. I mean, they exes have came to me, not just one, many. Oh, she didn't talk about you so bad. Okay, tell me something new. Why? I don't know. Some people say jealousy. Some people say it's something else.
I believe it's just envy and jealousy straight up. I mean, some people, the devil don't like to see nobody doing good. The devil does not like to see anyone do well. That's why they send like Leviathan and Jezebel and Ahab and all them to you.
Yeah, and see, my thing is that I'm not going to entertain that. Why don't I entertain? Like one person says, well, Spicy, why are you only saying that? How long you been following me?
Sometimes you don't need to say nothing. Silence speaks volumes.
When you leave something, this is one thing people don't understand. If you truly have a relationship and believe and fear God, you ain't got to do all that. When you leave it in the text, because I'll put your name in the Bible and I'll pray about it and I'm leaving it. When I leave it there, baby, tell me, like I said, there's a reason why she's going, like I said, I don't agree with it because I don't believe in doing that. But on the flip side, you got to look at, you got to read what you sow. Only because I don't entertain doesn't mean, no, God's going to handle you. Let God deal with it.
Yeah.
When he deals with it, baby, it's going to be way worse than what if I would have did it.
It's to go with that old school saying, Spicy, let go and let God.
Exactly. Like,
let God.
Y'all just keep my niece in prayer because, there's nothing really I could do right now because the one that had custody gave power of attorney to this woman. So all we could do is just pray about it, because at the same time, like I said, the Fed's going around questioning about her tax fraud, not me. So you got to be careful.
All you can do is just pray for everyone.
You don't want to put it out there? Keep my name out your mouth.
People just pray for people. Speak light on people and stop all this negativity stuff.
Yeah, because see, that's what our platform is built on, Tanise, and you knew that from the beginning. That's why Dwight said he, came along, because we're not about this drama. I don't care how low the numbers are. I refuse to have a platform of drama, controversy, and trying to hurt people.
No,
we're here to help people and to heal and to bring awareness, and that's what it's going to be. We about being family, bringing relationships together. Yeah. So in saying that, Nora, what did you think about what he said in that video?
He's right. A lot of the celebrities are subject to public opinion in a major way now because of social media. And even if it's unfounded, it might go viral and gain weight and affect their lives, even though they try to be immune from it. And even private citizens like ourselves, it's the same thing. When we put our relationship on social media, it may bring us a lot of problems. You might have communication from exes, or the other woman, or the other man, or people who are lying. Hey, you just never know what kind of slander might come out of it.
Yeah.
So,
exactly. You're 100% right. Yeah. Now, Dwight.
All I got to say is this. The internet is a tool. Let's all remember this. It's just a tool that men created. Just like people say the world is evil. No, it's the people that's in this world. Just like the people that are on the internet. You got a lot of evil, sick people that's on the internet. So the internet is just a tool. It's what you do with that power. One thing I tell people, as you say, it's spicy. If people say things about you, then you're right. Just be quiet, because the people that know it's not real. All the people that don't question that is people that don't know you, or they don't know you personally. Of course, you're gonna have some people like, oh my God. But those people that know you, they know that's not part of who you are and everything. So sometimes it's good to be quiet, because if it ain't true, you ain't worrying about it. And that's one thing about what I say. I don't worry about what people say. You can say what the hell you want to say. You can say, put my name out there, run your mouth, whatever makes you feel good. I'm going to still sleep good at night. I'm going to still sleep good at night. I don't give a damn. And what you put out there is what you're going to get back. So people, you got some people out here, they so boring. Their life is so whatever. So the only joy they get out of is hurting other people and spreading rumors. Now, a lot of times people put stuff out there, that don't mean this going to go viral. You're not going to go viral. I mean, unless you do something real stupid and these people, a lot of people buy it and everything. But you're going to always have people they're going to dislike you and put your name out there and say things about you. But like I said, the people that know you, they're going to stand by your side. And if they have to, if you ain't got to say nothing, you might even have people say, hey, I'm sick and tired of putting her name out there. I got something to say about this. It ain't true. And you need to stop doing what you're doing. And like I said, family will do you worse than the people out here in the street. I say it all the time. Exactly. Just because they blood don't mean jack. Okay? It really doesn't. So you just got to be, and I always tell people, be careful who you have in your circle. Just be careful the people you surround yourself with, because those same people that smile in your face, pat you on your back, yeah, jealousy comes in hand. They mad at you, or they just got, like I said, they just mad to be mad, and they just found ways to say, you know what, I'm mad, I'm just going to F up her life, I'm sick and tired of her smiling, I'm tired of her having the joy, because they want that joy you have. They want that life you have. So people do things just to be evil. And the internet is just another tool for these people to do this stuff with. So
exactly. And you're actually right about that, because, for example, like when I stayed in my old home in Converse, we always did abuse events, and we would collect donations and stuff for the victims of abuse. Right. So until this guy could deliver the boxes, we had the donations in trash bags in the garage. So she takes a picture and says, see, her house is nasty, and send it to people. Not realizing those were donations. Are you serious?
Well, see, you see how evil, you see how nasty people can be. See, and but see, Spicy, the thing about it, she knew that. She just want to get some crap started.
Actually, she didn't.
She knew. She just, like I said, people. Look.
Yeah.
Just like
So if you follow the page, you seen when I had the boxes. You see my son when he was living. You'll see him folding up the blankets, so folding up the clothes, everything that people donated. Because I'm, excuse me, I'm very picky with donations. So if it's bleach, if it got holes in it, if it's faded, I will not. So that's why I go through everything.
Right.
And then we fold them neatly, and then that's when we load them up, and we'll send them up to take them over to the shelter. So that's what I say. These women out here, you probably be doing tax business. Y'all trying to get money for yourself because a lot of things you're doing is illegal. Before you tell somebody they're a scammer, look at yourself. But see, when you touch me, baby, you touching the wrong business because we here to help people.
Yeah.
Ain't no money that we're trying to get out of people's pocket.
Nope.
So based on that video there, that was the way. Denise, what's your feeling?
Well, I'm not gonna. Okay, honey, I'm gonna put. Well, I agree with everything everybody else said. Y'all, I'm just teasing, honey. I'm just teasing. Well, no, but I do agree with what the gentlemen were saying. With what they were saying, I said gentlemen. What they were saying, and with LeBron James. Well, he was talking about LeBron James, right? And stuff about the relationship and stuff like that. People gonna say what they're gonna say, and hurtful or not. You gotta remember, this world is with good and evil, and we got a lot of evil more than we do have good. And the people naturally live off drama and negativity. So just know that, like we said earlier, you got to have a thick skin for these websites. You really thick skin and not take everything in heart and then you can't sit up there and believe everything that these people put on here, tapping on the screen. You can't believe everything. You can't. You either do your own due diligence and do your own research. Don't believe everything people write on these things. Pages. It's half the time this stuff ain't even true.
Yeah.
Majority of the time it's not even true. That's what I say. I just sit back and I look, and I was like, okay.
Well, check this
but
out.
my thing about it is, I'm not gonna feed into that. I'm not gonna take it in because my thing is, I don't know you. But what I am looking at is a person that's doing this. Like, oh, really? Okay. And see, in my mind, I'm thinking, I can imagine if you was pissed off at me.
Spicy. Y'all, how many times have y'all ran across people that go on dates and date is not exactly what they pretended to be? They broke as a joke. They don't even have a car. They lied about their vehicles. They don't even have. They come rolling up in a car, Toyota Corolla from 1988, and they told you they had a Benz. And stuff, but you find that they only have this old car and can't even pay for dinner.
That reminds you of Deliver from Eva. She thinking that he's packing me, delivering me to whatever, but she assumed by her attitude that he had a nice car. But he pulls up in the company delivery truck.
Yes. But he didn't lie to her. He did not lie to her.
No, he didn't lie to not one time. But that's what happens when you assume things, know. And it's just that I guess my mentality is different from my other siblings because my grandmother impacted my life a lot. She poured a lot into my life to where it wasn't about looks, it wasn't about money, it was about your heart.
Oh yeah.
And that's where I always draw to. And a lot of people don't think that way. So when I formed the platform, I said I want to form a platform to where we can actually help people. Bring awareness, but also love on them as well. Because the raffles that we do, though nothing come out of our winners' pocket at all. Everything is out of our pockets. Bottom line.
On my bank account.
So you talking about taxes? You talking about taxes? You get $1,000 off of each tax person you do, baby. That's a $200 trophy out of my pocket. That goes free. That's love. There's a difference. So we got to be careful what we do. But as Denise said before, the way we endure said it too, we have to control what we take in and put out. Just like the way I say, be careful what you put on social media.
It's forever.
We the type of people we don't put our business on there. Now, one time, can anybody on this panel or anybody in the comment area could ever say they've seen a post where I said something about my family? Nope. And I'm gonna tell you this other thing that people don't realistic about. Let's be realistic. Ain't no family member without any issue.
Oh, we all got them.
Ain't no family better than anybody's family. So you get on there talking about somebody's family doesn't make it seem like that you are superior, because you're not. You know,
have you noticed that most people in this world, everybody thinks they have their own individual problems, but you're not realizing that the one person who keeps their room dirty, it's got about 1,000 other people also keep their room dirty too. I'm just saying that this example.
See, that's why I said you talked about. Oh, your sister said that you had roaches, and
how many? It got about.
Do you know the full story of it? Because like I explained to y'all how I got them, but I solved the problem. But my who don't have roaches. You go places, you go in the bathroom, you'll see a roach. You know what I'm saying?
Every house.
But the thing about it is,
somewhere.
That don't mean a person is nasty.
Nope, they don't.
Like that's why I told a girl, I said, tell me something new. She always talking about me. So, and well, you think I was gonna give you something about her? That I haven't done.
Messy.
Not one time have I spoke bad on her name. Not even putting her business online like she did try to do, because what she put online wasn't true. That's why people went at her, because they're like, no, we know Spicy. You're lying. But there's some truth to what is being put out there, even though I don't agree with it, but it's not coming from me, because I don't believe in that. I don't believe in destroying nobody's business. We should love and support each other. If I see a business, I see a published author, I buy that book. I go buy something from that company. I always try to support people. Now you are gonna have people gonna come back and still try to do you dirty. But don't ever regret what you do for a person, because that's where your blessings come from. You let God deal with that negative.
Yeah. Either he'll deal with it in a good way, or he's going to let you fall on your face the hard way.
Now, this on social media, when you say the positive and the negative, in your opinion, Dwight, how do you think that's affecting our children? Because we're supposed to be the adults. Some of them think they're adults, but they're not. You're supposed to be the adult in a manner, set an example for a child. What is your opinion and your pros and cons on that, dealing with social media?
I'm just gonna say this: it's basically halfway already too late, because we are in it too deep already. If you got a lot of messed up parents, and I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way. Please don't take this the wrong way, especially when you have a single parent, because on single parents it's hard to raise kids. Most single parents have problems, and kids are like sponges. What they see, what they hear, that's what they peel out. So if you are a person that out here just doing all kind of crazy stuff. Look, I see videos of parents doing things, and I said, well, how can you do that in front of your child? Then the kids, they pick it up. And people look at these kids like, wow, okay, let's put it like this. Did y'all see that video with Mr. Donald Trump and Elon Musk and Elon Musk's son?
Oh, yeah.
You heard what he said, right? Where do you think he got that from?
I didn't see it.
He got that from his daddy. Elon Musk said those things about Trump, and that's where he heard it from. That's the same with kids staying in the house with their mom or whoever. If you out here doing all this crazy stuff and putting all this stuff on social media, kids soak that in and they do the same thing. I even see a woman sitting on a commode and her daughter's doing the dance video. And I'm like, now, lady, you mean to tell me you got your door open while you taking a dump? First of all, I wouldn't do that. I'm not going to have my 5-year-old child sitting there while I'm taking a dump with the bathroom door open while they dancing. And you see the girl dancing and got the phone there. You doing that on purpose so you can get some damn likes, and hopefully the video go viral, which it did.
You think so?
Huh?
You think she did that on purpose?
Hell yeah, she did that crap on purpose. But yeah, she did it. No, that girl, look, you ain't that damn blind. You got 20/20 vision. That woman wasn't that old. Got her big booty sitting on the damn commode while her daughter over there dancing and shiving and going back and forth, and she's sitting there. Yeah, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, And they just see these kids pick this stuff up from their parents, and they end up being like. That's why I said we are doing social media is like it's like cocaine. It's like a drug. It's out in these people's veins, and it's like a withdrawal. They're not gonna never get rid of it. And every time you turn, it's going on. That's why I'm glad I'm not addicted. I don't need. I go in there sometimes and post this and this, but trust me, if I guarantee you, most of these people on here can't do a day. Some couldn't do a week. They'll just die. Oh, I got
how they acted when the TikTok went on for a few hours.
Oh my goodness, that was crazy. People was actually crying. They were throwing fits. They was pissed.
Spicy. On top of that, this is true. On top of that, a lot of people deleted that app from their phones. Then you had people out here paying $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 for phones that had an app on it, because when the TikTok came back, because they didn't think TikTok was going to come back. When it came back, then those people took the app off their phone and said, hey, I'll buy your phone for $4,000. I'll buy it for $5,000. People were selling their Apple phones and Android phones.
I didn't hear that part there.
Yes.
Go look it up. They were selling those phones. If you had a phone or a computer with the app on there that somebody said, hey, I will buy your tablet or your phone for $2,000 or $3,000, people were selling. Now that's over with now, because now they had bought the app back.
They bought it back. They bought it back. I think it's been this week. They bought it back. It was this week, right?
A few days ago they bought it back. But back then, when they first deleted that, when they took TikTok off, no people deleted it off their phone. Boy, those people was making money. They were selling their Apple phones and Android phones. People was making $2,000, $5,000. I was trying to get them on this myself. I said, oh shit, we gonna sell one of my phones.
I seen a lady had a tantrum and she threw the phone. I was like, wow.
Oh damn.
Can you imagine if they shut down the internet services for everyone?
I would not care. It would not harm.
No. I know. I'm not talking about you. I said, could you imagine?
Oh, no. You're gonna have people committing suicide.
They'll be forced to go outside.
No, they'll be going to commit suicide because they won't know how to see. They would not know how to act. See, we on Generation X and beyond. We are used to not having internet, but this new generation, I'm telling you, most of these young people will probably try to take their life. They couldn't get that internet or be able to get on social media. They wouldn't know how to act. They just wouldn't know how to act. It's a drug, y'all.
I just saw that earlier today. A father. It was a short clip, like one of those. I forgot what it's called. But anyway, it was a short clip where he turned off the internet. He was in the living room. He cut off the connection for a minute. He said, and the kid one by one come, hey Dad, what happened to the internet? Hey Dad, what happened to the internet? And then he just told him, it was nice to see y'all.
Wow. And my thing is like, it's true, because with the attention, people, I know why they feel like they got sick of attention, but you're also setting yourself up for jail time. Like there was that one woman, I know y'all know what I'm talking about, where she took her daughter and she cut her hair. We felt like it was jealousy because the daughter was, she's
jealousy.
But then also these parents going online, videotaping them, disciplining their child, whooping their child, or making their child do confession on social media. I don't agree with none of that. Period. What goes in my home stays in my home. Okay, unless it's abuse, then okay, call it off. But when it comes down to how I handle my children, how I mother my children, that's my business. That's not for everybody to see.
Nope.
Just like I tell my kids, sometimes they would say, well, you don't do this to Mikey, or you don't say this to Keyshawn, or you don't say this to Chris. It's none of your business what I say to them.
Everybody parenting.
When I separate them, that's for them to know. That's the same thing with social media. It's none of y'all business. What going on in my life, how I handle my children, what I live like, and where I stay at. None of your business. Unless you're personally invited, like Denise and Dwight, we come up together.
Right.
We know each other before now. They're like, no, I didn't realize till later that we actually did. What is it?
Y'all met, never knew each other. Y'all just bump each other.
Yeah, we met some years ago.
Yeah, we was doing a photo shoot for a play. What was it called? Her Journey to something like that with Nikita.
Oh, I can't remember.
It was one of them.
I got some pictures of that. I even got a picture when Nura was standing there and this kind of lingerie, kind of short thing, and the girl was there, and a light-skinned girl.
It wasn't that type of photo shoot.
But no,
I had a play where I had to wear lingerie.
Oh, okay.
She went to lingerie.
Wow. So that day she's like, you don't remember me? I couldn't remember because I had gout in my toe and I had these boots on. and it was killing me. I just wanted to get it over
But you
with.
were looking good though.
I had to play that sucker off.
Well,
Like,
Mm,
but then in mind, I had my foot up. Like,
mhm.
okay.
I just
Yeah.
couldn't wait to get those boots off. But
Well,
yeah,
can I tell you that but get back on the subject with the social media thing. Okay, I watch this podcast all the time. I watch them all the time. It's IGA Farms. It's all about God. It's a family. They go on a life where they have a debt-free life. You know, they have a farm.
Okay.
And they have like 4 kids. They just had a baby. Do you know one of them crazy fans sit up there and call CPS on them because they didn't see the baby?
it's sad.
You
It's
got to
sad.
remember, people, it's a camera. They don't
Mhm.
have the camera on 24 hours. They only have it on.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Denise, I'm glad you said that. People feel like if they see a 1 hour live or they see a
5
picture
minutes.
or a video, they think that's your whole life. What you do?
Your whole
Oh,
life.
well, she ain't taking care of the kids right. They say they're hungry, so she's starving them. Let me call CPS.
Okay, but look at this.
No,
That's why I said keep your family and life off of social media.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
but this is their calling, so they didn't do that.
Hey, I don't know about that, but
but let me
gotta
finish.
stop the social media stuff.
Yeah, but so they went on and here. CPS came out to the people's house. CPS came out there like, why are we here?
Mm.
They came out to the people's house and said, why are we here?
Yeah, because see, people
It's a
don't see like
farm.
they might see pictures of my kids, and you know, every now and then you see me cooking something for them, but they don't see the bond that I have with my kids. Because that's one thing that's a difference between me and my family. I try to do things different than what my family was like.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I form a bond with my kids. We do things together. I do things for them. When they need somebody to listen, I actually listen.
Right.
Now, if you're gonna holler and scream, wait a minute, go calm down first. And then, because see, as Tanisa and I know Honey seen it as well, they was like, well, when your niece was with you, she was starting to calm down. Yeah, because I was putting the right tools there with her, to where she was calming down. She knew about the disrespect. What I'm seeing now, that is not who I know. And that's what I said, it has a lot to do with that lady.
It's
But
negativity.
exactly, and teaching her to go against her family, to go against her mother. No, whether the mother could be helped or not, that's one thing. But to help the child mentally and the right things in life, that's another. I don't believe, and I'm not going to raise from it. Just like I told both, I'm not going to lie for nobody. Period.
Right.
But make sure when you come for me that you don't have nothing behind your belt, because if I put it out there, it's proven fact.
And Spice, like I said, each their own. But I'm like this. Just like Denise was talking about religion. Religions don't work that way. God don't want to separate yourself from the world. You're not going to do an internet, thing like that. Just don't do that.
It's not the way
But-
you're thinking.
But
It's
listen.
no,
That's why.
it's not
This
the
is
way
why.
you're thinking.
Listen. This is why I always tell. I said this way before. Me and my cousin family talk about this. If you don't want people in your business, those melodies,
Keep it off of social media.
stay off of social media. I'm gonna say it again to those people in the back in here. If you don't want mess in your life, stay off the social media. If you don't know who, just stay off of it. Quit.
Exactly. If you're not going to use it for the right
social
purpose, because see, my thing, what people don't understand, whether you're in a tax business or whether you're in a clothing business, whether you're in, I'm high, these lights are killing me. And, no matter what business that you're doing,
media.
you have to be careful of your image on here. You got to be careful what you post. You got to be careful how you stand. But my thing is, you got people out there, be ready, because I'm structured for that, okay? Baby, you can't pull me down. And if you want a meeting at the round table, we can do that too. But my thing is, don't mess with people's business. I know how many times people try, to destroy my business. You can't destroy it. 2013, and I'm still standing.
Yeah,
Baby, I ain't going nowhere.
Amen.
Because we're here to help people. But my thing is, you reap what you sow. Do you think you're going to prosper out of trying to destroy somebody's business and take money for them, thinking that you're going to gain money for yourself? Baby, just like they say, when you glorify material things, as quick as God allow it in, as quick as he can take it.
Yeah.
Why you think, like, back then when they asked David Chappelle why he doesn't, because David Chappelle, he's a comedian. This is what he does for a living. But when they ask him questions about when they see him in Hollywood, oh my God, it's David Chappelle. David Chappelle let him know it, because I'm not trying to put my business out there. That's why I stay in the country with me and my wife. That's why I do this. I don't try to get out of here because you see the Hollywood people. They go to all this nonsense, this drama. And some people do it because they want to be in that limelight. Dang, I ain't been hot for a minute, so let me get something started so I get myself back out there. That's why I won't pay attention to all this nonsense when they post this stuff on social media. I'll just like whatever. I pick that. I'll sit here, exercise, watch a movie.
If I'm not feeling it, I'm gonna scroll.
Exactly.
If I think it's toxic, I'm gonna block you. They're like comments. If you put certain comments, you're gonna get blocked. They're like, I did a podcast. I think it was last month, and there was some comments. Yeah, I blocked you. I sure did.
Well,
especially if when you family and you sit up here and somebody more or less saying that your family garbage. Like, are you serious? Are you laughing about that?
Now, especially like yourself. I think Nora, didn't you say you had somebody that was trying to start business with you on the social media?
That was what?
Was trying to start something with you on social media?
Slander is what they call it.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it was from family too. So that's what make it.
Wow, that's
again,
sad.
Family.
That's sad.
From your own family.
Yeah, and it's weird because now the way things have structured, it's like there's a difference between relatives and family.
Exactly.
And family is just like what we have here, a bond. When somebody's just a relative, you don't have that bond. But my thing is that your relatives, if they know you,
then they
can speak on you. But when they don't know you, that's why I say when they sit and say, "Oh, you messed up. Something wrong with your mind. You evil." Well, how do you know that? Because you don't even know me. I don't even see you.
And
you ain't been in my home. So how do you know who I am?
Yeah, and that's true. Now, Noah, do your son want to say anything about? You want to say anything about this? I see him going back and forth. He want to say anything about this? Come on, I want to hear if he want to say anything about it.
How old is your son? Wait a minute. How old is your son? Because King D got bad.
The one you met earlier is 30, and this one's 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to do a son night one day. Have the sons on there. Yeah.
Yeah, have our sons.
Do a son thing one night. Yeah. I thought he wanted something to say something. I said, shoot, girl, I'm saying something. I'm saying something.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to one more our last break, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna discuss on how social media has destroyed relationships. It wasn't just COVID, but hey, it got that impact. Be back in 2 and 2.
Listen, once you realize social media is fake, you would be way better off. People get on these apps comparing their relationships to others, comparing themselves to others, and y'all don't even know what's going on off camera. People can be rich on camera but be broke in real life. People are only gonna post the good things that are going on. I just seen a woman get on this app and call her man broke in front of millions of people simply because he doesn't pay for trips and they don't do nothing fun, but he's a homeowner, he has a good paying job, but he simply has a lot of debt, so he has to put his money into his business, into what he has to pay for. But she got on the internet and called him broke simply because what she sees on the internet, simply because he can't pay for the fun things, but he's handling his personal business off camera. So she sat on this camera right here and said he was broke in front of 1 million people. And it's embarrassing. Now, how do you think that video is gonna make him feel? She called him broke on camera, but he's a homeowner, has a great job, but he's paying off his debt. And then she had the nerve to say, oh, he has a great personality though. He has a great personality, trying to butter it up. But you just called this man broke and put y'all business out there in front of 1 million people. Get off the internet, bro. For real.
All right. Make sure y'all tune in next Friday as Grown Men Talking Incorporated. They come with a topic that no one even think about. A man's hidden living fears. What do a man go through in living in fear of aging and the things in life that happen? Tune in next week and you'll find out. Also, make sure you tune in next Saturday because the women will be back with Grown Women of Views and Vibes to go ahead and bring you the spicy topic of, hey, disrespectful line in the generational lane, dealing with children that's disrespectful and stand up to you to where they think they running things right here. Also, make sure that you tune in because, hey, we got it going on. We got videos coming in. Keep bringing the videos on in. You're a poet and you know it, or you know a poet. Send him over to my DM, Spicy Gray, or Dwight Robinson, our host. So that way we can get your videos over to the judges. We have 4 judges that's waiting for you to view your videos. So make sure. And also in this basket that you will get, or either the package that we send all over the world, no matter where you live at, we deliver all over, even South Africa. We have the t-shirt, the notebook that's personalized. You also get a personalized book of the Unspoken Heart, the first book that was chosen by editors of Amazon, the best book of the year. Also, you'll get a tumbler as well as a certificate, something to make you meditate and feel good. You get a basket of scents and a $25 Amazon card along with the CD from the first book of the Unspoken Heart. Don't forget about the heart suckers as well, because I'm going to tell you, they're addictive.
Hey.
Welcome.
Now, with her, what he said, I found it to be true.
I think that just if I was that man, first of all, what the guy said in the video, Spicy, he might have been mad about. Now, if it was been me and I had a lady saying that about me and call me being broke, what have you, I would just do her. I would just do her a favor. I would go back there and just give her a nice little hug, grab her stuff, put it in the car. Where we going? Well, I'm taking you somewhere because you say I was broke, so I can't even afford you. I'm paying all these bills, so I'm gonna take you somewhere that you can get some help. And I would be simply put her in that car and take her wherever I picked her up from, or take her to a homeless shelter. Because remember, you say I was broke, but just being on the serious side, I wouldn't even let that affect me because I'm not broke. I'm being responsible, taking care of my bills. And you tripping because we can't go on the trip, or you tripping. It's called being responsible, being the man taking care of the home, and you tripping because you can't go on the damn cruise or a trip. First off, if I was him, I would seriously get rid of her. I would. I wouldn't want no woman like that. That's how you think of me. That's how you want to put me out here in front of a bunch of strangers, or quote unquote millions of strangers, and say that about me. Then you're not the woman for me. You got to go. On a serious note, deuces. Oh, I'm being real.
Well, that was a mouthful.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, me and Dwight, we did, and I think it was me, Dwight, Denise, and Keisha. We did face something like that almost, and she was in an invisible relationship with Dwight. So
she still is.
Who? What? Oh, okay.
Yeah. We handled that professionally. And so, my thing is that when you're dealing with relationships, I do think it's up to you whether you allow the social media to control it, destroy it, or to mend it. My thing is that I don't believe in putting my relationship business on social media because they ain't none of their business. I don't even tell my family who I'm with or what I'm doing. It's none of nobody's business. It's between me and him. We have problems. That's between me and him. Y'all can't change that, man. Y'all can't do nothing for me.
No.
So if I can't communicate with him, it's my decision to deal with it or to leave.
That's right.
Exactly.
So based off of that video there, Denise, what was your opinion?
My opinion that she's like dead wrong. I mean, she knows what's going on. To sit up there and embarrass a man that you claim to love all on social media because you want to go on this trip that you think people are going. Sometimes these people are not even on trips, and you up there comparing your relationship to these people. It's ridiculous because I've seen it where people pretended they were on planes, people pretended that they were on beaches and stuff, and they ain't nowhere but in their living room. I know for a fact that you can do it because I've done it. I've done it where it looked like, but I did it because I thought it was cute. But you can put yourself in a scenery that you're not even at. You can lie about where you're at. And you sitting up here comparing your relationship to a fantasy, basically, because you don't know if what you're looking at is real or not.
And see, that's the thing is, that's not the same man. Your relationship is not my relationship.
Yeah.
So my thing is, it's none of your business what going on in my relationship. If that you want to put it out there, that's your business. But ain't nobody gonna know mine. Nura.
It's never a good idea to put your business on Facebook or social media, good or bad. Somebody's gonna find something wrong with it.
Always.
But also I feel like if I'm really gonna give a true assessment, I need the whole story. That's not the whole story. We need all the information. And to yeah, she was not she was wrong.
Straight up.
But what did he contribute to that? Like how did she get this far? Was he allowing her to run his money and now he's tired? I mean, when there's a breakup, there are two people responsible. So there's a lot of information missing. That's my
And I agree.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing about it. A lot of the social media people, they go for one side of the story. They're like, oh yeah, he did it. But what's the other side?
Yeah.
And see, that's what I despise as well, because even in my situation, and that's why me and Dwight had to go live years back, because y'all hearing one side of the story. Only because she's doing this don't mean everything is the prayer's book. You know what I'm saying? But see, also when it comes out of relationships, why do you feel the need? Oh God, I find it so disgusting when a man do it. It's really disgusting because a man supposed to hold a certain standard.
Yeah.
But when you having problems with relationships, why do you feel like you got to take it to a live video or take it to social media? You look disgusting. That you can't even, because the men that I knew, they didn't go tell people their business. They didn't like people in their business.
Very private. Very private.
But then even if you don't say the person's name, we know who you talking about. That person know you coming at them. Why would you do that? Like, that's not mature. That's not being an adult.
No.
And that's not somebody that's of peace. So, my thing is when you do stuff like that, you got, like I said, again, representation of your image. You make yourself look really bad. And it doesn't make sense because like people like me that think like me, I'm not looking at her. I'm looking at you. Because isn't that something that should have stayed between y'all two?
Right. So if I was a villain, I'll use all the information that you put on social media against you. All your information we're gonna use. Evil women or men will take that information that you spread all over the internet because that's how you feel and use it against you.
Yeah, because that's just example. Even though this ain't a relationship, well, she both be my other niece because I got two nieces. But there was a situation to where the youngest niece called me because she was in fear of her older niece that's supposed to meet somebody on social media. Now, this is dangerous. When she showed me the picture, this guy didn't look good at all. I'm not saying you go by looks or don't judge you by the cover, but you got to be careful nowadays in social media.
There was some
So
red
I go
flags.
over to the person that has custody of her that she lived with, and I'm like, look, don't say nothing, but keep your eyes open. This don't look good. I said, then, my thing is, it's not safe. You don't know what this guy's up to. But what he looked like, I showed the picture that was sent from my niece. So instead of, probably like she promised me, she's like, I won't say nothing. I'll keep my eyes, I promise you, I won't say nothing. But you go in, and next thing I know, this has been twisted to where I'm trying to hire somebody to kill my niece.
Ooh, damn.
Like, where did that come from?
Damn.
And then all of a sudden, the guy posted that call. Now, what sense does that make? I'm going to hire a hitman and give him my mother and my dad's number.
Right.
Common sense.
Make it make sense, people.
And see, the hard thing I've already buried two sons. What make you think I don't care what relationship I don't have with my sister? What make you think I want to put her in the shoes that I'm in now that I still endure the death of my sons? Make it make sense. So, not only the adult put that up there, but then the child put up there like, we're setting the wrong examples. We're showing the wrong thing because even in relationships, y'all put your relationships out here and you think that that's healthy for your kids to see by example how they supposed to handle relationships? Let's be realistic now. What message are you sending to our children when we're in relationships and we're supposed to be the main source that teaches our kids how to have a healthy relationship?
Okay, part of that has died. With
it don't make sense at all.
But it's died. What's that one? Decensored. A lot of people are decensored. They don't have coof. They don't have sense. They don't have moral. They don't have feeling. You see how people do with the cameras and recording. You can see a person getting choked out, like the man that was getting stabbed a whole bunch of times. Instead of them stopping the man from stabbing the man, they just kept on recording.
That's
It's
crazy.
like you know, like you said before, a lot of people do it for views, likes, to get money. But but there's a law in Texas. I don't know about every other state. Failure to render aid.
Yeah.
So the person behind the camera gonna get arrested too.
Well, Spicy, you see that video of the security guard slapping the woman at Taco Bell?
Oh yeah, I was sharing.
Slap her.
Yeah, slapping at Taco Bell.
Did you look at that video?
Crap out of her.
He knocked her clear out.
He didn't knock her out. He slapped
Well,
her.
he knocked her down to the ground. She stumbled. Yeah. But
she stumbled. She didn't fall down.
No, she didn't fall down. But the hit was hard enough.
Yeah, he turned her around and slapped her.
And he wasn't a police officer. He was just a security guard.
Yeah,
so he was abusing his power.
Well, he's about to lose his job, and so you can see a security officer. You're not supposed to do that. So he can get sued. The company that he worked for can get sued. Taco Bell can get sued. So she gonna get paid for this. He gonna lose his job, and she's gonna get paid at the same time.
Yeah. And he'll be going to jail. He'll be going to jail because that's assault.
Yeah, so you know, when it comes down to relationships, it's like, to me personally, to each his own. I feel like it should be kept private.
Yeah, it should.
The problems y'all have, that's between you and that person. Why are you inviting people in to something? I'm not sleeping with them. I don't have a loyalty status with them when it comes down to relationship. I have it with him. So if you think that should be between me and you, why you would go live? You think that make you look bigger? Are you looking for sympathy? Are you looking for validation?
Yeah.
Or are you trying to push people away from her to make it look like, or him to make them look like they not worthy of anything?
I see. You know what? That's why my cousin and I think two other people that I know they got married, and people was like, "Why did we know about it? Why y'all didn't post it when y'all was gonna get married?" They said, "You know the reason why? Because we know we got people out there they're trying to break up a happy home, so we didn't say nothing." We didn't tell nobody we was dating. We didn't tell nobody we got engaged. We damn well didn't tell nobody when we got married. Until we got married, jumped the broom, then we show y'all the honeymoon pictures. And I tell people, do it like that. You ain't got to tell people who you dating. You ain't got to tell people who you rolling with. Do you. And then they can find out later when y'all post those damn pictures out there on the internet.
Exactly. But see, my thing is, you're so much involved in my relationship, but you don't have one.
Well, that too. That part right there.
So you gotta look at that before you take advice from a person that doesn't have a relationship or that's been involved in many failed relationships.
Yep.
That is so funny when certain people will give advice that don't have no business of their own.
Well,
but you find those miserable people too. When things are going wrong in their life and they don't have what you have, they're gonna have to find ways to try to destroy you or just to defamate your character because that makes them look above you. Just as like two sisters. If one got more respect than the other one does, what is that one that don't have respect gonna do? They're gonna talk bad about them to every dude they lay with, every friend they come across, their social media to try to make that person, to try to take that from that person. But you got to know how to stand in those situations. You can't let it consume you, and just because the only person that can destroy what you got is you. You keep smiling, you keep walking, you keep doing what you're doing. You don't allow people to steal from you. And you say they don't have control over you. Anytime somebody can make you upset or to get you to react and respond, they just controlled you. No, people wonder why, like, okay, you ain't gonna. My daughter would tell you when somebody said something, and I know they not about no good. She like, my mom ain't gonna read that text. But why you know, Spice? I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't read that. Well, why you didn't read it? Okay, let's put it like this. Any negative thing that you spoke in that text, if I would have read it, I'm feeding my mind. I'm triggering and injecting my emotions. When I say you don't control me, you don't control me. I'm not gonna read that. Y'all gonna say, well, she texted me this and this and that. Why are you reading it? Why you didn't block it? I didn't block family members, a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
When I say peace be still,
peace be still.
That part.
Wow.
You know, you got to know how to handle relationships. Everybody should know what's going on in a relationship. Everybody should know when you have an argument. Nobody should know what he does for you or what he doesn't do for you. Because let me tell you something. When you tell him the good things that he's doing for you, that's why a lot of people don't know what I got for Valentine's or who I got.
Whoa.
Because you got those out there as lurkers.
Yep.
And they watching how good you got it. And guess what? They want what you got. So what they gonna do?
Right.
So you go ahead and tell people what you got because the negative people gonna say, you know, she bought that for herself.
But I'm not. Yeah, I could buy it for myself, but my thing is when people on the outside they look, you have also not just the people that want to sit there and say negative things like that, but you have that woman that said, "Oh, he's a good. Oh yeah, I know I could take him from her."
Oh, I had all of that.
It's nobody's business.
I got
just like I try to say, what goes in the bedroom, stay in the bedroom. You think I'm gonna tell somebody how somebody put it down for some other woman to try it?
But sometimes you don't even have to do that. You don't even have to say a word. Sometimes they just watch you. Because unfortunately,
how happy you are.
How happy the energy
you glowing. You smiling all the time. Don't nobody like nobody that's always smiling. Why?
Because I used to have an ex-friend. She was an ex-friend, but I used to have a friend that she did not like my energy. She did not like my energy because I'm the type of person. I'm a people person. You know that. I love everybody. I talk to everybody. I'm a chit chat box, and and I get along with a lot of people, and I tend to draw people to me. You know, without trying, I draw people to me.
But your character is just your character. So I said, people like that's why I said my answer was to that person when they asked me why I didn't respond. How long you been following me? What you see me do, that's who I am. I am nothing fake about me. Just these braids are fake, but these nails, my attitude, my eyes, that's nothing fake about that.
Yeah,
and my thing is, I'm not a good liar. I'm gonna just put it out there. I am not a good liar. And like my grandma used to say, she said, there's one thing about a lie. You gotta remember it. I don't have a good memory. I'm gonna just put it out there. And that's too much work. Because on top of one lie, you gotta have another lie, another lie. My thing is, if you don't want to hear the truth, don't ask me. Because 1 out of 2, I'm not gonna respond, or either you're gonna get the truth.
No. And look, I hate when people ask, well, just tell me you don't want to know. You're not ready for this. Okay. I hate when people ask, just tell me I can take it, and then they can't.
No, they can't, because then they're gonna uproar. Well, da. Okay. I know next time when you ask a question or you have a situation, I know how to back off. Because especially when I'm trying to give you not just nutritional knowledge or by experience, but when I tell you what God says, and then you get in a rampage, baby, I'm going to back off. Because you know what? I don't argue about when it comes down to God at all. Because what he says is what it is. That's it. There's no argument. There's no confrontation. You know? But when it comes down to relationships, it's up to you what you allow in and what you don't.
Yeah.
Because you could have a woman out there, see how good you got it. Girl, he cheating. Girl, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't allow that. Then you go back and you look at him like,
you can't go back because people say that stuff and say, girl, I
saw they want what you got.
And he was staring at that girl the way he was looking at Kaisha.
But let me tell you this. only because somebody get on there crying, I'm telling you, I could cry to die. Okay, I could cry. But only because somebody get on there crying, that don't mean they're telling the truth.
No.
Only because they're telling you something that's supposed to happen, don't mean they're telling the truth.
They got people that's great actresses and actors.
They're very good actresses and actors.
Yeah.
That they'll drop a tear like shaking and holding that drink. And no, that's that liquor talking.
That's the liquor talking. Are they just good at it? Especially when they don't want to be in the wrong.
Because my thing is, they try to get money out of you that way too.
Oh,
like I said, people talk about, oh, scamming this, scamming that. No, you're a scammer too. You just got on here saying that, you're doing it on your own and she need help and this, that, and taking the cash up. You're a scammer.
Yeah.
You no different. How can you call somebody else something that you are?
Just be honest and say, hey, I'll put my cash up. I just want some money. I just want some money. Let's be honest.
Especially when you have family members that offset, look, I'm here. Come on, stay with me. I'll help you. But you online acting like this child needs. No. But you got other beggars out there that scam as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they be talking about, well, you know, I'm homeless, and then they get in a BMW or a Mercedes.
Oh, I can't stand that.
But baby, didn't you just get your nails and hair done?
Just drove off. I had people actually drive up in the nearby parking lot and then walk across the street and stand in the middle.
Exactly. So you gotta be careful who you take. That's why I say if God don't put it on my heart to help somebody, I'm not gonna do it, because why go to social media getting money from people, begging? There's GoFundMe. There's other organizations. Put your foot out there and get organizations to help. I did it. I didn't get on no social media. I was a single parent, needed help when I was pregnant and had my children on my own. I got out there, foot to pavement, even at 4 a.m. in the morning, standing in the line around the corner.
Yep. Taking care of your business.
But people feel like, okay, if I give a sympathy slide and I put tears into it and I get to shake it, they'll believe and they'll donate. Well, what's your cash app?
000.
Lord.
And then sometimes you gotta look at, sometimes that person put themselves in that situation.
That part. And then and by you giving money to, not to say that you shouldn't give.
No, we're not saying that at all.
Out there, don't.
Because I have given. We all have given.
We'll just say, dang, these hot flashes. We'll just say, just do your due diligence. Like I said earlier, do your research. Don't just give money that you could actually give to someone else who actually really needs it.
Yeah, because see, even if a person put a story out there, I don't do it immediately. I watch them.
Just watch.
Days go by, and I watch.
Before
I do it. Because like there was one situation to where we had her as one of our guests one time, but she's a great person, Sherelle. And Sherelle, you know, this lady reached out to her from Houston. I think it's from Houston or Dallas, one of them. And her baby was escaping. Forgive me if I'm wrong. They was escaping from domestic violence, and she needed to flee. And Sherelle put her up in the apartment that she was moving out of. Got clothes and everything. But then she put the money up there. But we seen exactly what was going on with this lady, and she was making moves that she was trying to get away.
Right.
I didn't do it on the first day that she said it, but the third day, I was like, okay, let's help her. You know, I'm not gonna ask for donations from my family if it's not legit. I'm gonna look and watch first.
Because I'm pretty sure the family out there seeing people actually have to. You know, hit news where they had to return all this money because they were lying.
Oh yeah, I remember that they had to give the refunds back and stuff.
This
is why people. And see, because of these type of people, this is why people are so hard to reach out to GoFundMe and donate.
Yes,
this is why they're hard to reach out.
I love to donate. I don't have a problem.
I don't have a problem. If I got it, I don't care if it's $10. It's my last $10. If I know you need help, you got it. I'm on the phone, and they'll tell you, Dwight, this person is Denise, this person is and I'm gonna tell you, these are two people, and I don't care what nobody say. These are two people. When I call on them and there's a situation, they come through.
Dwight, what my money?
I don't know what you're talking about. I got the slide idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I need my money.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But you know, when it comes out to it, we all, it's one thing to love on each other. When you really about peace and you're not about drama, you're there for each other.
Yeah.
You support one another, you're uplifting, you're not tearing them down. I'm not saying not telling the truth and shade tree stuff.
Right.
But it's a certain way you do it to not hurt a person. Just like people that have triggers, people that been through trauma. There's certain things you don't do or don't say or don't react on. You know,
unfortunately, where the social media platforms are,
they prey on that.
People are horrible. They will talk about people with disability like they have no business being sick. Like I just seen today, someone didn't do their research and they were making fun of this lady. And I know y'all know who she is. But it's something she can't help. It's disease that she has that she can't gain any weight. She keeps staying. She looks older than what she really is. She ain't nothing but in her 20s, but she look like in her 40s and stuff. It's a white young lady. But she has that disease where she looks older than what she really is. And I saw it today that people were laughing at it. I said they don't even know the story. They just showed a picture of her, and I said I know this story. This lady has a disease that's
And so that's what I'm saying. If a person got a disability,
yes.
how does that make you look? How does that make you look laughing and poking and doing what do they call it? I want to say duets with these people that cannot. They didn't ask to be like this.
No.
And my thing
But
is,
I don't think
even a
they
person in a
do it.
wheelchair, you never know. Years later, you might end in a wheelchair. Be careful what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You might end up with a back problem. Be careful what you
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
You cannot say what the future going to hold. I never thought I was going to have a disability
No.
because I was active. I was always a fast worker. I didn't depend on nobody. But life happens.
Life
And I
happens.
control. But for somebody to use that as a weapon to hurt somebody or to make fun, to get the laugh,
crazy.
For laughs, views, that shows something mentally wrong with you.
I saw the young man, and I'm not going to call that person out or nothing like that, but eventually you're going to run across the timeline. I'm sure you will. But it's the same little dude that makes fun of people and make fun of people, but not really knowing what's really going on. You know, I mean, I felt so. I was like, oh my goodness, he making fun of this woman, and I just went like this. Hell no, I'm not even gonna check it or nothing. And the people who did check it, y'all didn't do y'all research. Y'all shouldn't have laughed at that lady because it could be you, could be your child, it could be somebody. That's a young lady.
Did they think she was just a comedian or just acting?
No, but you know which lady this is.
You can tell.
When you see the story, she's a young lady. She went to her prom and everything. It's a long story. I've seen her. I've been following her for a long time, and she's been like this for a long time. She was diagnosed when she was like 16 or something like that. 15, 16 years old. She started looking older as she got older. It's just like the little. I think she passed away. That one particular, where she stayed a child for all her life.
Oh yes, she did. They used to make wigs for her and dress her up. Yes, I remember that.
Okay, so this young lady is a lot older. And but hers didn't kick in until later. I think it's more of a pituitary gland type of situation. And but she kept going aging backwards instead of aging forward, and she couldn't gain any weight. So she looks like an older woman, but she's really a young lady.
And see, like me and Denise, when we came up in school, that's one thing I can say about her, and that's where we relate on that same level. Coming up, we never been the type of people that, prayed or had to get make fun of people with disabilities, because even the special ed, we used to go over there and talk to them and see if they needed anything. We used to go kick it with them, because the other kids that were normal, it was like they were just evil,
mean,
but see, and I was the one that defended them. I would, that's the way we were. No, you're not about to do this.
Nope, you're not.
So this is something we've been like this
always.
So it's crazy. It's just crazy how people think it's funny, or they have to do it to make themselves feel good. Because like, even if somebody, they used to make fun, like 1 minute, I need to eat because I'm too skinny. Next minute, oh, you too fat, you need to push your weight plate. No, I just think you confused.
I think you just leave me alone.
Regardless whether I'm small or big, you still got something to say.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you do. People are going to find something. You can be the most perfect looking person. There's going to be somebody out there that's going to try to find that one flaw.
Exactly.
And run with it.
Exactly. Well, this has been, to me, a nutrition of a topic. We do apologize. We posted it yesterday. We had an emergency that I had to take care of, but I just refused to let the week go without having a discussion. So that's why we did it today on discussion. But before we leave out, I do want. We don't usually do prayer. We don't usually do certain things on here, but we do speak about and believe in our Lord and Savior. Yeah. So, some of you, when you get a chance, you can look up this chapter here. It is Psalms 40. And this is for the ones that been having problems on social media or have a hard time dealing with it, or, that is emotionally attacked. You know, read this scripture here where it's 13 to 17. Be pleased to save me, Lord. Come quickly, Lord, to help me. May all who want to take my life be put to shame and confusion. May all who desire my ruin be turned back in disgrace. May those who say to me, aha, aha, be appalled at their own shame. But may all who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. May those who long for your saving help always say, the Lord is great. But as for me, I am poor and needy. May the Lord think of me. You are my help and my deliverer.
Amen to that. What is wrong with this?
About everything that's been going on social media. You know, it's not just about my situation. It's not, you know, just about one person. This is about everybody because I'm disgusted and I'm tired of it. But I can't stop the people. But we can bring some awareness and nutrition or tools to try to help y'all to try to learn how to deal with it or to bring it to a minimum.
Yeah.
So, you know, like we say, use that block button, use that scroll button, or just stay off of social media. Because I'm going to be honest, me personally, if it wasn't for what I do and how I stand in my business, I wouldn't even be on here. I'm going to be honest. And that's just me. And I've said that many times. But because you know, I'm here and, you know, yeah, I got a TikTok and TikTok helps me as well. It helped me through my depression. I can't lie about that. But it also brought some, you know, poisonous vapors to where I had to move away from TikTok for 7 months.
Well, in 49 days, it might not be no more TikToks.
Okay, I still got YouTube.
Don't y'all crying now.
So,
I'm not. Don't quote me. I'm just saying that that's the things out in 49 more days. Because the guy that run TikTok said we're not going to even fight no more. If they want to take it, let them take it. So in 49 days, if it goes blank, dark, that's it.
Yeah.
All right. So in saying that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to let Teresa give us our nutrition and then we'll be out.
Ooh, okay, so all I have to say is, people, if you cannot handle these websites, I suggest you stay off of them. Because it's nothing more important than your mental health. If this is causing you problems mentally, stay off of it. But if you are a person that likes to be on here and you like to give some great content, wonders, kudos. But the ones that don't and just feed off of negativity, bringing up lies and disrespect and bullying, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. But you do know what goes around does come around. Energy flows all kind of directions. And so don't be surprised if you get your just desserts. But with that being said, have fun with social media. Make it your tool. Don't make it your life. And live a wonderful life, people.